All right, so we're going to play the wonderful game of Guess Where MightyFan is. It's not Cherry Hill Mall. I know I said I would go there this weekend and I fibbed. So I'm at another place that I enjoy going to, or at least, whenever I get the chance to. So here we go. Uh-oh. Lincoln Financial Field, home of the Eagles. And I would imagine A.J. Brown might be catching a touchdown or two in that stadium. It's during his time here. I know I'm going out on a limb on that one. Just a thought. Just a thought. Anyhow, let me put the camera up here so I can do another vehicle vlog. Another vlog I know you get to see my hand. See? You don't get to see this on other people's channel. This is why you always have to tune in. You never know. So anyhow, I was at Lincoln Financial Field. Now I'm leaving Lincoln Financial Field. The link. The Pro Shop was doing a deal I saw on Instagram, I guess, for the draft. I didn't know about before. Apparently it's an annual event, so they're doing 50% off. And they had a decent amount of stuff in there. A lot of shirts and, trying to get rid of stuff for the next batch of stuff to come in, right? But they had long sleeve shirts, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, some jerseys, but all players who have gone since or retired or what have you. It was kind of cool though. They had some game-worn practice jerseys in there. We talk about practice, not a game. We talk about practice. And I thought about getting one. They were only $50 each, but they wouldn't fit. I got my arms in there, I got my head through, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to work. And it was a lineman jersey. It was a number 78. And the reason I had interest in that one is because of my birth year. So I'm like, all right, Eagles number 78, I'd take it. Slim, I looked for you too, but no. Neither of us could get in those jerseys, Slim. Even though you're more slim now. No, those are basically just for show. You put it on a hanger, you put it up. Those jerseys, I never really looked. And I know they're the newer Nike ones, but when you see like the team issue or those jerseys, my God, the length is fine. The width is the issue. They are tiny. And they're formed that way so you can put them in, people can't grab and, all that stuff, But, so they're made more aerodynamically, right? To the body. And, they are slim. No pun intended there, slim. They are, they're like, their length is like, and their width is like, so I wasn't and they had some, game issue jerseys in there too for like depending on the player, anywhere for like $100 to $200. I saw a few real beauties in there for former Eagles, not so greats from the past. We always get the wrong brother. That Matthews, we got the bad Matthews. I saw his jersey in there. I saw the, Mark Sanchez jersey was in there. I saw a Sam Bradford in there. So, and these are all game issues. So they weren't worn or anything, but they were. But obviously, if you're going to wear them in the game, that's what they were going to wear. And oh my God, again. And I'm like, even though some of the players, like, it'd be kind of cool to have a game issue, jersey. And it did. I knew I couldn't even try one on. I'm like, no. even like I said, even lineman jerseys are just, it's like they got shrunk by the width wise. The length was fine. I put it up. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. And then it's like, I don't even think I can get this thing over my head. I thought about taking video in there. I didn't. I probably could have. There was not a lot of people in there. But I'm like, during a sale, I'm just looking. My hands are just going with all the racks and the shirts, the hats, all different stuff. So I picked up a hat because why not, right? Always do. And I got another old school Eagle logo. Not this one. This is one I've had, but I got another gray version of this with the green bird on the front. And I got a hoodie, and I got a nice Kelly green long sleeve because You can never have enough Kelly Green Eagle stuff, right? I know, throwback. How much Kelly Green Eagle stuff do you need? Snacks, in a few years, going back, they're going to be wearing it for a couple, at least, I would hope, a couple games. I can't wait. I've said this before. I can't wait, man. I may have to get myself an A.J. Brown Kelly Green jersey. I was like debating on the player because I was thinking about it. Like, who would I get? Slim Reaper would be an option. Of course, Devontae Smith. I still have to get his jersey. Excuse the noise if it's wind or anything. I have the windows open a bit. I don't think I've vlogged, if I remember, with the windows open as much. Maybe I could have gone that way. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Decision making. I think the gate's open there. But it was cool. It was nice to see this. I guess they do this every year around the draft. I'm not really sure. It's the first time, and I kind of stumbled across it on Instagram. And I'm like, I'll head over to the link. Why not? Go take advantage, 50% off. Get some gear as if this was a mistake. That gate's closed. Okay, so we're going to go around. So, but no, so I'm like, you know what, let me go down, instead go into Cherry Hill, let me head over to the link and take advantage of the 50% off deal and see what's what. I never really saw, this type of sale here. So, that's a cool truck with the Eagle wing on there. But it was cool. It was nice seeing those jerseys, even though they wouldn't fit me worth anything. It was still kind of cool to see them. And, the practice jerseys, too. I mean, my goodness. They had, like, special padding, in the shoulder area, which was pretty cool. It's amazing the cut of those jerseys. It just really is. Like, the sleeve just goes all the way up to your shoulder. The opening. And then you got the wing almost, the Eagle logo, rather, almost on your shoulder, basically. And obviously, these things are cut for pads. So you got the... that's why those sleeves are cut the way they are. It's so you can get the pads on them. But yeah, I mean, you just looking at them, you do get a new appreciation for the players who have to put them on. I'm like, man, how do you even? And then you got the equipment. How do you get the damn thing on? I know they're all pre-done. You put the jersey on the padding first, and then all the player has to do is put the padding on. But still, it's quite the feat, man. It is quite the feat to do this. You're in Philly when these guys. There's the wheelie. There's the wheelie. There it is. You get the guys on the motorcycles doing the wheelies. Yeah. I almost want to see one of them fall, just once. Just you got the motorbikes and you got the quads. And then you just yeah. But anyhow, you're not seeing this, but right over here so we got the link over there. You got Wells Fargo Center over to my left. That's Xfinity Live. And then we have Citizens Bank Park over here. Of course, I'm there for 17 games a year for the Phillies for my partial season ticket plan. And I know they got no hit last night against the Mets, but yeah. Again, being a Philly sports fan, you go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, right? So, obviously, a couple of nights ago, the Sixers closed out Toronto, and the Phillies swept the 4-game set versus the Rockies, and the Eagles get A.J. Brown and make a nice, have a nice start to the draft. And then, of course, last night, the news comes out that Joel with another orbital bone fracture and concussion, so he's out indefinitely, and then the Phillies get no hit. It's the roller coasters up and down, man. It's being a sports fan is the greatest reality TV you're ever gonna have. And I know for those of you who tune in with me for my season of the fan series, which I look forward to getting back to this coming football season, it's a roller coaster ride. You know, from the absolute highest of high that I experienced 5 years ago with the Super Bowl title, to the lowest of lows of losing seasons, right? And, you know, heartbreaking losses in the season. You know, but that's what being a fan's all about. You got to ride, win or lose, right? That's what it is, and particularly here. All right. There you go. We're gonna take our time walking across the street. Okay, it's always a good thing. That is not unique to Philly. People walking slowly across the street. You know, it is what it is. I do love coming to the city. I do enjoy my trips. I know Mitchell & Ness is doing, the flagship is doing 30% today, but I'm not taking advantage of that because I took advantage online. Like, remember the last vehicle vlog, right? The road vlog. I said I couldn't take advantage of the 30% off because right at the end of the billing cycle, I didn't want to take a chance. So they must have listened. You know what, Mitchell & Ness, tip that, you know, sometimes you just put it out in the universe. They must have listened because they extended it for a day, and I was able to get that 1976 Bruce Sutter Chicago Cubs powder blue jersey. Look forward to getting that. Super stoked to get it. I know I was complaining to Slim last night on the Messenger, FaceTime on Facebook. I was saying, you know, they still haven't shipped the jersey, you know, because I did the paying for. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't know if there's going to be an issue. And then I noticed online they're out in the size 52. I'm like, you know, and he's like, just have patience. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But, you know, I just got a little nervous there. And I got the confirmation today via email that the item has shipped. So now it just has to get to me. So I did take advantage of excuse me, 30% off online. Now they're doing it in store today. It would have been cool to go to the store. You know, I did think about it, but I'm like, yeah, you know, I know the Father's Day deal is coming up next month, or June rather. Maybe I could just take advantage then and get some stuff. I knew I wanted to go to the pro shop, and I still want to get to a mall. I'm thinking about going over to KOP tonight. I'm not going to make it to Cherry Hill. I'll probably hit Cherry Hill around Memorial Day weekend or something like that. Like I said, I do want to see what they got in lids for different hats and such. Kind of just do a feel around of what's out there, you know, take a look, you know, take some mental notes, even if I don't jump on stuff, which I don't always, you know, you know, if it's just not the right time. I know I also mentioned in the last vlog that I was hoping to get a Phillies related item, and I didn't. Actually, there was a really nice, I would have liked to have gotten it, it just didn't work out. There was basically a rookie year Chase Utley Phillies home jersey, and it had the final season of Veteran Stadium patch on the sleeve. Really nice jersey, home, authentic, you know, majestic, my size. And it was a pretty good price. And I'm like, you know, again, it was one of those where edge of the, you know, you know, the billing side. I'm like, all right, let me see what happens. Wait that day. And actually, then, of course, Mitchell & Ness was doing the 30% off deal. So I'm like, all right, let me get that. So I didn't get the Utley. I got the Bruce Sutter. And then the Utley sold soon after. So, you know, that's one that, you know, yeah, I probably would have liked to have had, but yeah, again, it's all about decision making. You take a chance. I went after the sale, the Sutter, and did get Utley, and then Utley sold. But if I had gotten Utley, you know, the Sutter would have been sold out in my size, unless they do a restock sometimes. So, again, it's one of those, you know, this is, again, the decision making. This is, again, the, okay, I'm going to do this. So I might miss out on that. And in this case, I did. But it is what it is. But there's some other nice stuff out there. There's a store, a seller on eBay, does a lot of customization. So I might jump on something. There's a Phillies jersey that they did that I really want to get, of a player I've wanted for a long time. So I'm hoping to make a move on that before the end of this current billing cycle. Yeah, so, you know, we're going to see what happens there. You know, and it is what it is. But I did pick up something that I was hoping to get, another item. It was a one of the minor league teams to the Phillies, the Clearwater Threshers. And there was a seller on eBay selling a bunch of minor league, you know, authentic jerseys. And they did a breast cancer awareness themed jersey. I don't know who the player is. I think it's a number 50, 56 or something like that. Didn't have the name on the back, just a number. But it's like it's a jersey decked out for, you know, breast cancer awareness. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to have in the collection and also to wear next Saturday night when I go to the Phillies game, because it's the day before Mother's Day. Early happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, including my own. Next Sunday, a week from tomorrow. But a week from tonight, I'll be at the Phillies game. I thought that'd be kind of cool to wear for that game, you know, being that it's the day before Mother's Day and all. It is Phillies related because it's a minor league jersey of the, you know, the franchise. And I figured I'd, you know, combo that up with the Mother's Day Phillies hat. So that's going to be the stadium fit for the ballpark fit, I should say, for next Saturday night. As long as it comes in the mail. It shipped out yesterday, so hopefully I have it in hand before. I would imagine I would. And so I'm on Broad Street right now, heading towards City Hall. I'm gonna get over to Market Street and make my way to the Schuylkill. heading home. I want to get some Taco Bell, so, you know, yeah. So one of those jerseys really aren't going to, you know, that wouldn't fit me now. They're really not going to fit me in about an hour. But the good thing is we know when Taco Bell goes in, it goes out quick. And of course I had to get the Baja Blast with it. Come on, you can't have Taco Bell without Baja Blast. Cannot do it. I'm a Mountain Dew guy. I love my Mountain Dew. Tons of flavors out there. I usually have some sort of Mountain Dew concoction a day, so that kind of aids to this, but you like what you like. You know, it is what it is. I know. King Leo's like, he's looking at me. He wants to put me on a workout program. I understand, King Leo. I mean, that's okay. Yeah. Shout out to him and shout out to all the Jersey heads out there, right? Rez was getting on me last night about Embiid getting hurt. You know, Rez, you know, I'm glad you're living it up there with the Warriors. You know, I know a while ago it was you know, they were losing and it was tough, and now look at them, they're a dynasty. That will never be the Sixers. The Sixers, they're cursed. They're cursed. Every year someone gets hurt. Can we just get through one damn playoffs without Embiid getting hurt, some other player getting hurt? No. Here comes another. He had the left, now it's the right. Orbital bone fracture. Come on, man. Come on. That damn Siakam. That threw an out. And what the hell was Joel doing in the game with 4 minutes to play anyhow? They're up 29 points. Damn Siakam. Anyhow, that him and his elbows. I got an elbow for him. Get over here, Pascal. I got something for you. Anyhow, no. I've always said this, right? Years ago with the Eagles, I just want to see a Super Bowl. Saw a Super Bowl. Doesn't mean I don't want to see them win again. Right? The Sixers, just give me one, man. One. I've been through so damn much. The Iverson, you know, not getting another player with him all those years. They went to a finals. He was an MVP. That was a lot of fun. But then we played a dynasty, and look what happened. And then the frickin' process years and 10-win seasons, and now this. But we had to go through that bum Simmons and you know, now Embiid with the injuries. They can't get it right. They can't get it right. You know, and it's painful because they're good. They get to the playoffs. They have some success. Then when they go to the playoffs, that's when the misery starts. I'm glad, though, that at least they didn't make a history of being the only team to go up 3-0 in a series to lose. I was getting a little nervous about that, you know. I know the Raptor fans, you know, they were having their fun with me. I see you all. I know. My Toronto fans, I'll tell you what, Philly fans get a rap, but I don't know, Toronto. I don't know. Cheering players when they get hurt, doing all this and that. It's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. I thought they were all friendly in Canada. I guess not. When you play them in the playoffs, then you know they're not friendly. Shout out to all the Canadian. You stay classy, Canada. Okay, I see you, Leon. You stay classy over there, all right? I know. Matthews with the 60 goals and everything. I understand. Maple Leafs got to get out of the first round. I'm just saying. All right? Get out of the damn first round and start talking that. They already have the Blue Jays in the World Series. Like, just pump the brakes a little bit. That's all. Just pump the brakes just a little bit. You know, not that I could talk much about hockey with, you know, the Flyers. Although I will say this. Over the next few seasons, I want the Flyers to tank. I want them to lose. Every team in hockey that wins, they win because they go through years of suck. And they get those high picks. Pittsburgh, Washington, Tampa, Toronto, you name your team. Florida, they've all sucked. And then they get those players, and that's why they're good. That's why they win. That's what we got to do. The Flyers, they like to be in this purgatory thing where they win just enough to either just make the playoffs or just miss. This year they've been out for months, but this is what I want. For the next few years, just suck. You know, be worse than the Kraken. We don't need the Coyotes to be that next team. No one wants that. Okay, so the Flyers. It actually snows here in the winter. There's ice. It's cold. We need to have a winning hockey team here, okay? So it's going to take a few years. They're going to let them suck. Mark, I see, you know, Mark M, I see, you know, just they got to lose. Lose to win. That's what it is. I don't know anything about the next generational player, whoever's coming, whoever the next batch of great players are, but I want one or two of them here. I don't want to see them in Arizona. I don't want to see them in Seattle. I don't want to see them on these other... No. Here. Okay? Let us suck. But knowing the Flyers, they're going to go out this offseason and they're going to try to put a Band-Aid on this thing. I'm telling you, this is what... You can't put a Band-Aid on this. You got to suck. They're going to have a potential top 3 pick. Hopefully it's a good player. And then suck for the next couple. Just lowest amount of points that you can get. I know it sucks for the veterans on the team. That's okay. They can be good soldiers. Maybe they'll get traded. It's all right. We can make things happen. Just suck. Suck for the next few years so we get those next generational players. And finally, the Flyers, not the Lightning or the Panthers or the Hurricanes or these other teams where it doesn't snow. Let us be good. We have to shovel during the winters, damn it. Okay. I see you, Rez. I know you want it for the Sharks, and that's okay. But no, the Flyers. It needs to matter here again. The bullies need, well, all right, the bully years are done. But this franchise needs to matter again. It's the lowest of the low right now. They need to matter again. It needs to come back. It's going to take some years if they do it right. That's okay. I can be patient. God knows they're not doing anything now. But they got to be bad to be good. And I want to see them put a freaking Band-Aid on this thing in the offseason and bring in Johnny Gaudreau. And what's that going to matter? He'll get 30 goals. The team, and then they'll get some points, which is going to hurt because then you're not going to have a top pick. Enough. Suck, damn it. Philly teams are good at that. Just suck. Find a way to be bad. And so we get the next generational players, whoever they might be. I don't deep dive with hockey, so I really don't know. But whoever that next crop is, I want a few of them here. I want to have fun, damn it. These other fan bases in Florida and all that. Enough. I want to have the fun. Damn it, I want to have the fun. Yes, you're going to go a few years with Carter Hart and some of these other young players. They have to, but you have to go through it. You have to go through it. That's how you win. They're not having fun in Tampa. They had to deal with all those losing seasons. They get Stamkos, they get Kucherov, they get all these other guys. Look at them. I want that. They don't shovel there. There's no ice. I want to, I want to be rewarded for my shoveling here in the winter. Damn it. The hockey team should matter here. All right, that's my talk on hockey for now. But it is a beautiful day. There's no shoveling today. There's no snow, and I'm glad. It's like the freaking Arctic Circle here over the past week. I was at the Phillies game the other night. Oh, God. It felt like I was in the refrigerator the whole game. You got to be kidding me, man. It's late April. Get to the warm weather already. Enough of the damn wind. We're not Chicago. Enough. Just stop with the cold and wind. Let's get warm. Have I complained enough in this video? Just sitting up there, I had the knit hat on. I'm like, yeah, this is windy. Enough of that weather. Today is perfect. This is the type of weather. Let's just, no more damn cold and wind. It was tough. I was sitting up there, wind blowing around, blowing everything around. They won the game, which was good, but it was... Anyhow, so I've said my piece about the Flyers, right? No Band-Aids. Just suck. Suck. That's what these teams do that win now. They sucked for years. They got the good players. All right, maybe it didn't work in Edmonton. But they have goalie issues there. Their defense isn't that good, right? And that's what I think ultimately, sorry to the Maple Leaf and Panther fans out there, I think that's what's ultimately going to cost you guys in the playoffs because their goalies aren't that great, in those teams. Yeah, they score a lot in the regular season, but you notice the teams, unless you're Tampa, because they have the goalie and they have some good defensive players like Hedman and company, right? If you're a team like Toronto, yeah, you're going to score a ton of goals. I mean, Matthews with his 60 goals, right? But at the end of the day, their goalie situation is still shaky. Their defense is a little shaky. And a lot of those teams in the regular season that score a ton, then they go to the playoffs where there's not a lot of goal scoring normally, right? It's more of a defensive game. You're not going to have that wide open, ice as much as you would in the regular season because teams prepare more for that, right? You can't do that in the regular season. So those teams that get a lot of goals, a lot of points, unless you're like a team that has that defensive, in place and a goalie in place. It's one thing if you're a team like Pittsburgh all those years, they had a lot of skilled players, but they also had a skilled goalie. They also had some skilled defensemen. The year Washington won, they were pretty solid in those situations, but they went through a lot of years where they didn't win with Ovechkin, right? Tampa, they score a lot of goals, but they defend. They have a good goalie. So that's where I could see teams like Florida and Toronto, great goal-scoring teams that they are, I could see them faltering, and losing in the playoffs because you're going to have to win games more like 3-2, 2-, the scoring's less, mostly. I know we have games where, there can be. I'm trying to do a video here. There's where there's some scoring, but at the same time, you need to play defense, and your goalie needs to be great. I mean, the teams that win in the cup and the teams that have success in the playoffs, they have the goalie. And even if it isn't like the household name goalie, the goalie makes the difference, right? I mean, the Blackhawks, for those years, I mean, I wouldn't put their goalies in the Hall of Fame. I mean, the first year they beat, when they beat the Flyers, I mean, they had, Niemi in net? Not a household name. The Flyers actually got some goals on them. The problem is if we could have just had Carter Hart back then, right? All due respect to Michael Leighton, we had Michael Leighton in net, right? That wasn't going to work. So that's what cost the Flyers. The Blackhawks just had to do enough. And then those other years they had a better goalie in that, but still, I mean, not a guys are going to a household name, right? But they won because they had a good defense, and they had the goalie making plays, when he had to make the play, make the save where he had to make the save, and they scored enough, right? See it in Tampa Bay. You see it with these other teams. I mean, but these other teams out there, as much as the Panthers or Flyers South right now, I really can't see them winning this year because I don't think they're as great in net with former Flyer, Bobrovsky in net. And I don't know about their defenses. I mean, I know they're a better defensive team than maybe some of these other high-scoring teams, but I just don't know. Toronto, I mean, you got 60 goals from Matthews and these other players, but those players have been there. They've scored a lot during the regular season. They go to the playoffs, and they're out in the first round because they can't stop the other team, right? I don't know. I mean, you talk about franchises that have had it tough. I talked about the Sixers, right, for the NBA. I mean, Toronto for hockey, my God. And I would love to have some of those players on the Flyers right now. Love it. Matthews and right, that other batch of players that they have there, they brought up, homegrown guys. Good players, solid players. But the problem is when the playoffs come around, you got to play defense. Your goalie has to make saves. So, we'll see. Anyhow, that's enough of ranting on about sports, right? But why do I collect jerseys? Because I love sports. That's why. It's that love of sports that brings that love of the jersey game. That just, it goes hand in hand. It always does. So we're getting on to the Schuylkill now, right? The window's just a bit. Pay attention here as I merge in. Don't know if we're going to see that guy in handcuffs again this time, but that was fun. I don't know if we're going to see an episode of Cops this time, but we'll see. You never know. See, we'll see how things shake out with the playoffs, and like I said, baseball season full gear right now. We can't seem to beat any divisional opponent, but they Philly's got a Philly, man, I tell you. But I'm excited, I'm excited for the upcoming football season, as always. Love my Birds, as we all know, and, I like what they've done. I like the draft picks. They got Dean, who fell in the third round. That's crazy. I know he has some injuries and whatnot, but, hey, that's a value pick right there. And I like the center they got out of Nebraska. I mean, listen, you got to replace Kelsey at some point. I mean, at some point, the dancing bear has to be replaced, right? So I mean, and I like Landon Dickerson at guard. I think it works well with him at guard. I know he played center. He was a center at Alabama. He can play guard. I think he plays really well at guard. I know the one thing about the Eagles, they know how to coach that offensive line. I'll tell you that. They are one of the best. And so we really can't complain too much, whoever they get for as an offensive lineman in the draft, because one thing we know, they'll get coached up here. That's for sure. And they say that guard is the closest you're going to find to Kelsey for the future. So, I know the draft is about drafting players for now, but you have to have an eye on the future. And I think that's what sets some teams aside from others, franchises aside from others, because when you have that eye for the future, not just the present, you're going to set yourself up for success. And I know that we hate on Howie a lot here. I raised my hand, but the guy, hey, it could be a lot worse. He's done a pretty decent job. Kept this team competitive. It's hard, man. We know this. In this town, maybe more than most, we know how hard it is to win and to, be sustained winning. It's the toughest thing to do. That's why we marvel at these other franchises that do it for years and years, right? It's hard. A lot of luck goes into it, a lot of skill. And those franchises that do it, though, there's a reason why they do it, because they're always looking ahead. They're not just looking at what's right in front of them, they're looking ahead. The one thing the Eagles know how to do is build those O and D lines. They really have, cornered the market on that. Hey, they're fans of other franchises that wish they had offensive line to see their quarterback on the ground more times than not. The Eagles, at least, over the years, I know it's not all winning seasons, but over the years, offensive line has played pretty solid. I mean, you got a rugby player come here, and he's going to be one of the best left tackles in the league. The Eagles have been pretty fortunate with left tackle. You go from Trey Thomas to Jason Peters to Mulatto. That's not bad. And it's because they're being coached up. So, I like what the Eagles did. They went defense 2 of the first 3 picks. That's what you got to do. You got 2 Georgia Dogs on your team. All right, that was the best defense in college football last year. You got 2 of their best players. Doesn't always translate to the NFL, but we'll see. We'll see. I do know this. They're going to be coached up, particularly offensive, defensive lines. I like the fact that they valued linebacker, which is something that this franchise hasn't done in many years. I'm glad to see it. I think the free agent pickups were nice. I like the fact they brought Hassan Reddick home, Temple Tough, right? And I think they made some nice moves. Was it, did they address everything? No. I'd like to see what they do secondary. I'm still hoping to get Honey Badger here as a free agent, but so far I think they've done okay. There's still things you worry about. You're always going to worry, but I think overall, the additions that they made. AJ Brown's going to be dynamic. Him and Smith together, 2 young receivers that are going to, be here for a while. It's exciting. And we'll see about the quarterback. Hey, he has not. Hey, he has to produce, okay? Because they have more than enough weapons around for him now. With the receivers, with Dallas Goedert, with, I know Miles has to stay healthy, but the running game, which was the best in the league last year, this offensive line in front of him, hey, Jalen's got to produce this year, and if he doesn't, you got to move on. That's what it is. But I'm hoping for good things with him. I really am. He's a rootable guy. I want to root for him. I do. I have some questions about the arm, but we'll see. We'll see as the season progresses. And we'll see us when the season of the fan season starts. The next season of that coming up in the late summer, right? So a little tidbit, a little taste I gave you right now, as I'm still making my way over to Taco Bell. But yeah, I mean, you know, jersey-wise, pickup-wise, like I said, a couple things. There's still some stuff out there, as always. But we will see. You know, we will see what that next deal is out there. You always got to keep your eyes open, like I said, right? And we're in an age right now where, you know, you have a lot of information out there. You have a lot of resources out there. You know, I know there's people on YouTube that do these videos, you know, showing where to find some of these deals. Now, me, myself, would I do that? No, because, you know, and I don't want to go off too much on a tangent of it, but I know there's a lot of flippers out there. You know, and I know people are just trying to help others, and that's awesome. It really is. But the problem with that is when you show, there's this deal, that deal, and you're using you know, something like YouTube to do that, there's so many eyes on it. The problem is then you got the flippers on there, and they go out and they gobble everything because they find out about this deal, and they're reselling it on eBay or other secondary markets for double, triple the price, and that's not good. You know, that's not good. You know, there's no rules against it. There's no laws, you know, with this stuff. But the flippers, yeah, I mean, they ruin it for everybody because they grab everything. I noticed that one of these eBay sellers that I follow and I want to get stuff from, there was another eBay seller who was getting this guy's stuff, and it's custom stuff. So you know that's where he got it from. And he's selling what he got from this one seller for triple the price. And it sucks because this one seller, his prices are very reasonable, and it's free shipping. You're getting a really good deal. But this other guy, or whoever it is buying some of the guy's stuff up and then is selling it on his eBay page or their eBay page or whoever for, like I said, triple the price. So something that's really affordable, this other, you know, I don't even know if that's all he does is flip, but at least I noticed that some of these other jerseys were showing up. And for 3 times the price of the other guy. Double and triple the price of what this other seller is selling them for. That sucks. You know, when you see that, and, you know, listen, money's money. Everyone wants it. You know, I get the hustle. But at the same time, it's like, dude, do you have to buy up every single thing? Just take one of each size. Or 2 of each size. If the guy has 10 jerseys available per size, get like 2 or 3. You don't have to buy up the whole damn rack, you know, and then flip them all for triple the price. You know, look, is what it is. It's a fair game. There are no rules, like I said, but it makes it's just ridiculous. You know, it's ridiculous because here's a jersey that was under $150, and now you're selling it for over $300. You know, I know greed runs a lot of things. I get that. You're never going to police this. You're never going to stop it. But I mean, that's outlandish, man. That's just crazy. And it's the same with these, you know, these flippers. You see them on eBay for swingman jerseys. You know, the Mitchell Ness, the batting practice jerseys, swing, like their cheapest jerseys. They're buying them up and they're throwing them on their eBay, you know, store pages for crazy money. And they're just buy it nows, you know, without any best offer. Just stupid. You know, it is. But, you know, again, there's really no way to police it fully. There's no way you can stop it. I would say just don't buy it, but hey, I mean, it's nature for people to buy stuff. That's what it is. I might look at that thing and say that's too much. I'm not, even as a jersey head, even as someone who appreciates this stuff more so than the average, you know, Joe coming off the, you know, coming off the sidewalk to go into the store, right? But if people want to buy it, they're going to buy it. And And as long as there's still people buying it at those prices, people are going to flip and sell, and that it is what it is. Now, are they buying it as much as they used to? Maybe not. I've noticed in the hat game it's gone down. The prices have come down from some of these flippers, but there's always going to be that next thing. And so like I said, it's like playing a stock market with some of these things, particularly with these eBay stores. It's like, when's the time to move on it? Now he has full size run, and then by the next day it's down to only a few or something, or maybe some jerseys don't get sold, and you just have to kind of play it that way. Now, this one seller, he has restocked some stuff, but at the same time it's like, dude, and these are, again, these are custom done jerseys. They're not, retail stuff that just came out. This is all pretty much reproductions and stuff. And they're hot. They're nice looking stuff. They're great looking jerseys. I mean, I'm hope to gobble up quite a few. I might be honest about that, over the next, however many months and years from this seller, right? But, yeah, the flip game, man, it is what it is. Anyhow, I'm pulling into Taco Bell. Where do I want to park? I want to park over here. Okay. Alrighty. So, anyhow, I vlogged here for 46, going on 47 minutes from the road. Hope you enjoyed another episode. I know we kind of maneuvered around from, jerseys and pickups and, stuff like that to sports. But like I said, it's in my life, a lot of it revolves around sports. So, you're going to get that from time to time from me. But, anyhow, that's going to do it for now. I'm going to go get my burritos. So, and the Baja Blast. I have it. Always got to have that at Taco Bell, right? But I will see you in the next one. I'll try to vlog if I can from the mall later. We'll see. Sometimes, like I said, when I go in there, I'm in my own little world. So sometimes I just don't remember to vlog. But if I do, you'll see another video maybe by tomorrow for that. And, we'll see what comes. But always, like I always say, what you got to do, right? You got to leave likes. You got to subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure to hit the bell icon so you get notified to all future videos by yours truly. And as we see, you just never know. You never know what you're going to see in the next wonderful world of MightyFan, right? So thanks for all the support. And I will see you all in the next one. All right, take care. Bye.